Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the Crush Life Acre shop here. Today I'm doing a product review, which is something I haven't done in quite a while. If you follow along on Instagram, you would know that I'm quite busy out here. What I'm working on right now, among many other things, is that the mower has a flat. So I had to get the old tire off the rim. I got a new tire coming in the mail. Got to get the tire on there, get it inflated, get it back on the mower. So you just never know what you're going to be dealing with out here, but that is part of the joy of hobby farming. So what I'm reviewing today is the New Balance Summit K.O.M, which stands for King of the Mountain. I get one pair of running shoes a year. These were my shoes for 2019. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the overall review. So let's get right into it. The New Balance Summit King of the Mountain trail shoe. Here we go. All right. Well, you're probably saying, why do you do product reviews? Well, I'll tell you why. Because when I go to buy something and I'm going to spend my hard-earned money on a product, I want to be able to do as much research as I can. So if guys like me go online and put up YouTube videos about shoes like this, I figure it'll help you spend your hard-earned money well. I want to give you as much information as I can. Okay, so this is the New Balance K.O.M Summit Trail Running Shoe. So this shoe is Gore-Tex, so it is waterproof, which I require out here, something that's very important to me. It has a rock stop plate on the bottom to keep you from getting poked by rocks and pine cones when you're running. And then it has this Vibram sole on the bottom, which a lot of running shoe companies are using today, and hiking shoe companies. So it has a good sole on the bottom. If you care about such things, this shoe also has an 8mm drop. So that means that the heel technically sits 8mm below your forefoot. One of the things that you're seeing a lot today is a flat foot landing shoe. This is not a flat foot landing shoe. It technically does have an 8mm drop if you care about those kinds of details. So the price range on the shoe is about 150 to 170 bucks, depending on where you're able to find it. Maybe you can find it cheaper, but you know, any waterproof running shoe for the most part is going to be in that $130 to $170 range. I think these were $150. So for a shoe in that price range, there's always going to be a few good things. And let's get into that list of good things about the New Balance Summit. Number one, the Gore-Tex is extremely high quality on this shoe. I have worn these for a lot of really rainy runs here in Oregon. I've worn them for cutting down trees. I've worn them for cleaning barns. And of course, if you've seen me on Instagram, a whole lot of baseball lessons as well. When it comes to a waterproof running shoe, this is the best that I've ever had. I have done a lot of stuff in the rain in these, and my feet have always stayed bone dry. So the Gore-Tex is very high quality. The second part about the shoe that I really like is the overall durability. As you can see on the front, you have this toe protect, this rubber piece on the front. That's a really nice feature. Of course, the Vibram bottom, which we've already discussed. And then the overall materials are just it's got high quality glue. Everything holds together, even when it's been beat up. Everything stays together. The quality of the materials is very good. No question about it. And then the third thing about the shoe that I liked is that it's very consistent. And when I talk about consistency, what I mean is that the padding has remained the same from the first day I wore the shoe to just a couple of days ago when I was doing a lesson, and that's over a year's time. And then also the way my foot lands has stayed consistent as well. It's almost like a Birkenstock, that once your foot gets shaped on the inside, it stays the same. So those are the three things I like about the shoe. Extremely high quality, waterproof Gore-Tex, really high quality materials from the front to the back to the top to the bottom, and then a very consistent performance from the first day I put them on to a year later. They still feel the same on my feet. Okay, well, unfortunately there are a few bad things about this shoe, and the first thing that I want to talk about is the shoelaces. These are not the stock shoelaces that came with the shoe, because the stock shoelaces frayed at the end shortly after I got the shoe. And of course I beat them up. But in my opinion, when you've got a shoe in this price range, you got to have some support on the end of the shoelace other than a little piece of tape, so that if it comes out of the eyelet, the shoe owner can get it back in the eyelet. And you know how it is when you buy secondhand laces from Target, you never get the right length. So I was kind of bummed that the shoelaces didn't have better support on the end, which you usually see on shoes in this price range. The second part of the shoe that I didn't like is I just don't think it has an overall great look to it. It looked good enough coming out of the box, but it's got kind of this weird padded shaped diamond design on the back. And just the shape of the shoe and the way it's worn, it's not the best looking shoe I've ever seen in my life. For instance, I wouldn't go to a birthday party and go with the dad outfit of jeans and running shoes. You don't really want to do that in this shoe. It just doesn't look good enough to be worn for casual wear. That's a fact. Okay, the third part of the shoe that was a negative for me, that was the biggest reason I'm not buying another pair of these for 2020, is that it just doesn't have enough energy return, in my opinion. And energy return refers to that bounce that you get from a modern running shoe when you hit the surface. It kind of bounces your foot back off the ground and puts some of that energy back into your stride. These shoes, I wouldn't say they're hard, but I would say they're much more structured and supportive than they are padded and cushy. So those are my 3 negatives. Not great looking, underdeveloped on the shoelaces, and then it just doesn't have great padding. Those are the 3 things about the shoe that I personally didn't really like. All right, so here's my overall review. This is not a high mileage, cushy running shoe. This is more of a low top hiking boot. It doesn't weigh as much as a hiking boot, of course, but from a support perspective and a grip perspective and the way it wears, it's more of a low top hiking shoe that you can kind of do anything in. It's built to last. The materials are very high quality, front to back, top to bottom, even diagonally. The materials are very high quality. I have beat this shoe to shreds, and I'm going to continue to keep it around for various farm tasks. It is built to last, and that's one thing that I do appreciate about this shoe. So this shoe will keep your feet dry. It'll perform under any conditions all around the world, traveling, walking, hiking, doing whatever it is that you need to do. The only thing that you will do in the shoe where it will not perform at a top-notch level is high mileage running. So if you're doing a half marathon or hitting the pavement or hitting the trail consistently mile after mile, and you like good padding and energy return, this is not the shoe for you. That's my overall review on the New Balance Summit K.O.M. Lasted me a year and are going to continue to last me. I'll keep wearing them. You'll see them during my lessons. If you have any more questions about the shoe, you can email me at steve@crushlifeacres.com. You can always follow me on Instagram at crushlifeacres. A lot of good stuff on there. And then you can always go to crushlifeacres.com to see more of what we're doing out here at the farm. It's always a pleasure to see you at Crush Life Acres. I hope you have a great day, and rise, shine.